Hello everyone, welcome back to Tuesday Night Modern here on Top Tech Productions, played at GameSwap Mason in Mason, Ohio. I'm Jake Valentine.
I'm Matthew Minier.
We got round number 3 of 4. Jonathan Tople on your right with Grixis Death Shadow, Keith Miller on your left with Azoria's Blink. So, I feel like the deck that can blink creatures, or bounce creatures, well, it all depends if he's blinking his own creatures for value, or if he's bouncing John's creatures for tempo. If it's the latter, I like Keith a lot. If it's the former, I'm not.
It's the former.
It's the former?
We've seen him on camera a couple of times.
Yes. So it just starts with a Celestial Colony. I thought for a second John's pass.
Yeah. I mean, he did, but he just forgot to play his line. All right.
He played a tap land.
Oh, yeah, dude. He's staying undercover. He's the undercover Death Shadow. We're not shocking this shit.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I feel like it's not great. Kill yourself, John. Kill yourself. Not really.
Whoa.
Just deal damage to yourself. You know how Death Shadow works, guys. Come on.
Whoa.
Always deal damage to yourself.
So, Raz, you can use the points you accumulate by watching the stream, becoming a follower, or you get a whopping 500 points by becoming a subscriber. And then the giveaways you do, you get 20 points for one ticket up to a maximum of 10 for the current giveaway, which is one copy of Rashad Port. Your choice of version, Modern Masters, I keep doing that, Masters 25, or McKinney Mask. We're doing that giveaway next week, 10 o'clock Eastern on September 25th.
Yeah.
Thoughtseize here from Jonathan. We see Blade Splicer, Supreme Verdict in 2 Ghost Quarters, a Plains, and a Flooded Strand.
A very whiteboarded Plains. That's blinding my eyes.
Yeah, he's going to take the Blade Splicer. That's pretty interesting.
I mean, it's a turn 3 play here.
Yeah.
It's definitely correct.
Leads believe there's more discard coming, but really,
I don't think you care too much about the Supreme Verdict.
interesting place by Jonathan. He has no blue mana.
Yeah. He'll draw it. That's all good Magic players do.
He drew a blue card.
He tried.
He's just going to pass again. Interesting.
Yep. I mean, he's not under any pressure here. Like, he's in a fine situation.
To be fair, his opponent does not know what he's playing.
Yeah.
This could be a really awkward Jund hand.
Yeah.
Is your key? What are you thinking there?
Jund. He didn't shock turn 1, and he's in the red-black X, which is normally Jund, or it could be Grixis control. But you'd expect a lot more blue sources than Grixis control because it's mostly counterspell oriented.
Keith has the option to flash in this Flicker Wisp, should he chooses to. No targets for it, though. But it's some tempo.
He's cute Mana Leak for when John would be able to play a spell.
I actually got to just untap. He's going to
Ghost could have been
Ghost Card for turn.
If he wants to try and come off red mana here. But actually, if he figures out that he's on Death Shadow, getting rid of the Swamp here would be huge.
Yeah. Here's 3 mana and a Flicker Wisp.
Yep, Tople's fine with that.
We have someone saying that it looks like a poor Mardu hand. Interesting that he chooses.
Yeah, it could be Mardu as well.
Yeah. All right, so just blink the Plains. We're going to untap and draw. Okay, we're good to go.
Yep.
The jig is about to be up, boys and girls. Here comes the Thoughtseize. John number 16. We see a hand that's Mana Leak, Land, Supreme Verdict.
What do you think we're taking here, Jake? You can't cast Mana Leak this turn, which is pretty important. I'm going to just throw it out there. We take Mana Leak here. Yeah, Verdict is going to kill all of Keith's creatures as well. And Tople's normally just playing one creature at a time.
Yeah.
And since he knows about it, even he can just play around it.
Or if he so chooses to, on the following turn, he can snap Thoughtseize and take away the Verdict if he wants to.
Yep.
He's a playable Sim Miner. Imagine if that shocked another team. Imagine getting a polluted, a Watery Grave.
Watery Grave should be the land to get. Maybe a Steam Vents, but...
No, Watery Grave. You want all those black sources. No, Steam Vents.
He already has 2 black sources.
Interesting.
See, now he has 2 red sources and 2 black sources.
Respecting the Ghost Quarter. Okay. So the Jund Jig is up.
Oh yeah, I mean, if I'm Keith right now, I'm instantly on Death Shadow or
and now he's the Thoughtseize.
Grixis control. Both are possible.
Got to be completely out of the bag. We got Thoughtscour over land. Okay. Draw for the turns of Thoughtseize. Okay.
I mean, all we've seen out of Tople here is just
Water Grave at the top.
Yeah, it's just like Thoughtseize really, and then removal. This could still just be a Grixis control deck as far as Keith's aware. Especially since he's not taking the verdict, that also shows that he doesn't really care about creatures getting destroyed really, but... Now
the Jig should be...
Well, I mean, no, he doesn't have Turbo Blue for Cryptic anyways, so yeah. Alright, Death Shadow it is.
He's going to pass it back, though. We have an Enter Ghost Quarter. No, play Ghost Quarter for turn. I think his hand is... there might be a Flicker Wisp in there to go along with the Island and the Supreme Verdict.
He's debating attacking with Colonnades here. Main phase Flicker Wisp.
I still don't think he's entirely sure what Jonathan's on.
Starting of Plains. If anything, I'll target Ghost Quarter so you can blow up 2 things. You're not doing anything and you don't need triple weight. That's so weird that
Let's
he
go.
didn't
Tesco Street Wraith. Draw is a land.
Yep.
Not a good
Yep.
Thoughtscour right
Well, it should give Keith information that he's definitely on Shadow now.
I think Jonathan's trying. Do I want to kill this Flicker Wisp? I think the answer to that is going to be yes. He can snap bolt if he wants to. Yep, snap bolt.
He might Thoughtscour here, but he should bolt.
No,
it.
he literally cannot Thoughtscour. He was out of blue sources.
Yeah, you're right.
John untaps. He draws a Faithless Looting. It's a card that's been making its way into these Death Shadow decks. We're going to draw 2 cards. Then we're going to pitch 2 cards as well. Draw is going to be...
Dismember Godless Shrine. That Godless Shrine is for a Ranger of Eos in the sideboard.
Interesting. So we're 4-color Shadow then. Kind of.
No.
Kind of.
You're playing 1 Ranger, that's it.
He discards 2 Battle Rages. Just attacks for 2. Keith in the 17. The long, slow road to death is on.
What's interesting is actually just keeping the land since he already has 4 and he's not playing them.
I imagine he wants to hide the Godless Shrine for as long as humanly possible. Also, I mean, he doesn't really need more lands than this.
Yeah, so I'm not sure why we're pitching them. But I would at least want to keep one of the Battle Rages. And I would think, too, just because he plays countering spells.
Draw for the turns of Street Wraith.
Let's shock play it. Let's get in there with that 3-4. I don't think Godless Shrine actually gives Keith, like, information on what he's doing. He'd probably think, like, Lingering Souls or something that you could, like, squeeze in easily, but to pitch to a looting later. Why don't you just pitch to a looting now, though?
I mean, he does not care about the Battle Rage. His Battle Rage is not going to help him win this game. And he has no reason to play these lands. It's very clear Keith has been playing in a way that is a little bit more cautious as Jonathan plays the Godless Shrine tapped.
I'm not attacking here either. I don't know.
I mean, he's not going to attack into the Colonnade.
Oh, he still can animate. You're right. Yeah, so we see him play the Godless Shrine, so I think we... I don't know, I think we got to pitch the Blood Crypt.
Yeah, John had no reason to play either of those lands. He can pitch him later to the...
Well, yeah, I think he's playing now, so he can...
Has been mentioned in chat, he can just hold up cards in hand to make it like... Look, he has some because he played a really awkward game where he started turn 1 tap Blood Crypt pass.
Yeah. Okay, but still, like, that Faithless Looting, he got to pitch the land to instead of saving it for a future Faithless Looting. So what if the Team of Battle Rage does end the game, potentially, off a card you draw off the top? Now you don't have that card. And also, him playing the land allows him to play Street Wraith. Just hardcast it.
He's valued, though. He's pinpointed, though, that he's not winning this game because of Team of Battle Rage. Keeping the lands in hand lets him, maybe I just want to hold cards in hand, or maybe I just want to eventually play lands to hardcast a Street Wraith. Here's a Callisto Colony coming in. This is a complete cast dismember, 1 black off all the lands. Let's see
for resolves.
He's at the mana leak. Okay. Jonathan takes 3 down to 6.
Takes 4 down to 5.
4 up. It's 4 5. That's right. My apologies. I thought he said attack for 3 for some reason. Okay. John will tap his draw for the turn. It is
a fish.
Grumag Angler. But that does not deal with the problem of this
It doesn't.
Colonnade.
Maybe if he had a Battle Rage, it would make his win condition
No, that's not going to do the difference.
But hypothetically, it could. See, like, that Blood Crypt is doing absolutely nothing.
But in the situation, the Battle Rage doesn't do anything either.
But
How does the Battle Rage stop these colonnades? It doesn't.
It doesn't, but it could potentially give him a situation where he could just win with it. Whereas Blood Crypt, you can't win with that.
Here's the Gurmag Angular. But he's not winning this game. He needs to be able to find more cards. That's where holding the lands come in hand.
But the land's not going to find you more cards. Attacking here for 2, put him down to 14.
Keeps a draw for the turn. Did he get a good look at it?
Gets him for 4. Down to 1.
Down to 1. John roll on tap. He needs a good one off the top here. That's a good one. It is a fatal push.
And he has the stub to make sure it happens.
Yes, he does. Here's an attack for 7. Keith down to 7.
All right. I'm thinking John's going to get this one.
We'll see. It's not going to look at the draw for the turn. It's a land in hand and a non-land card. There is a fatal push.
Double land for Keith. That should do it.
Just passes it back. John's going to untap. Lethal on board. Draw for the turns. Bloodstainmire. Attack for 7. And he just got it. Okay, so it turns out he did not need those Chamber Battle Rages.
He didn't need the lands either.
But I'm saying that he pinpointed that, okay, what's going to win me this game?
I agree.
Is it holding cards in hand, or is it showing sort of a strength that says, thank you for the follow, Remicide, by the way, or is it showing strength that I don't need these Battle Rages, pitch them?
You just hold the Battle Rages in hand, same as holding the land.
If your opponent, if you're Keith, and your opponent just discarded 2 Team of Battle Rages, what do you think? What's going through your mind?
I think they have better cards in their hand.
Exactly.
Sure.
Exactly.
But if you pitch a land and a Battle Rage, then, like, if they're pitching lands, then they should, I don't know.
They figure, oh, he's just drawing lots of lands. If you pitch 2 Battle Rages, then Jonathan could have literally anything in hand. The way he's played that game, he played it very differently than a normal Death Shadow deck would. He concealed information about his deck, and then we drew 2 cards. He pitched 2 really good cards, because Jonathan said, you know what? These 2 cards are not going to win me the game. What will? Making sure I don't take extra damage off of my Dismember, making sure my hard cast is Street Wraith, or just making sure I have enough lands in hand to do double spell per turn.
Sure. But if you didn't have the Gurmag Angler and he cast Street Wraith there, you could have won with the Teamer Battle Rage.
With what? If you didn't have
on the Street Wraith, you had the double strike to get the damage output there.
But it's not ferocious.
It gives double strike. The ferocious gives trample.
Okay, so he's doing 6 damage.
Yeah, and then the next turn he could animate them, block one of them, but the tap caster could have finished it there. So in that situation, if he didn't get Gurmag Angler, Teamer Battle Rage could have won him the game. Whereas the Blood Crypt was sitting in his hand the entire time. He did play the Godless Shrine out. So I think he should have kept the Godless Shrine and then, or the Blood Crypt, whatever land he needed.
But with your logic, if he doesn't have the lands, how does he cast Street Wraith?
He does have the land. I'm saying we'll keep 1 and 1. So then you have 5 lands for the Street Wraith, and then you have Teamer Battle Rage.
Okay, so you
to secure the
once. Then you're just attacking for 3. He had 2 attacks for a total of 7 damage.
Yes.
So with one of the attacks, so he's at 14. One attack is 2 minus 6. That puts him at...
Well, I think he took 2 first on 12. But regardless, like, it could have given the extra damage.
7 and 7. So 14
From 14 to 7 to 7? Okay, sure.
12. 6. That puts him at 6. The next attack is only for 5.
Only for 5,
that
sure.
Doesn't
but then he blocks with the colonnade, I guess.
That too, yeah.
Oh, sure, but it gets him closer, I guess.
But it doesn't seal the deal.
Neither does the Blood Crypt.
What Jonathan did is said, I'm going to discard these 2 cards, which you admitted. If you saw your opponent do that, you said, wow.
Sure, but if he even pitches one of them, I'd say that he probably has something better to keep. I think either play is fine. I'm just saying, like, there's... Keeping one and one, I think, was the safer play. Overall was safer. This is just playing mind games, right? By pitching double Battle Rage, is just playing mind games.
But don't you agree that
one is safer.
He was very clearly playing mind games the entire from turn 1.
Yeah,
in what world do you see a Death Shadows deck go tap Blood Crypt, pass,
and roll with their hand sucks? His open hand was not good.
The whole point of Death Shadow, though, is to deal damage to yourself, correct?
Yeah, but because his hand wasn't good, he needed to slow down the pace of the game.
His hand was fine. It wasn't spectacular.
It started off really bad.
He didn't have a blue source, but other than that,
he didn't have a win condition in sight.
The only problem with his deck in his opening hand was he had no blue source.
No blue source, no win condition.
And since
he didn't have a way to like play the game.
He's playing Fatal Suiting in addition to Thought Scours. He's thinking, okay, I got plenty of time to find a card.
Yeah, that's why he didn't shock, because he needed
to draw
time.
something. But he said, my opponent is playing a blue-white land. They're playing turn 1 Celestial Colonnade, which means I have to make sure that I have the mental advantage in this game. I have to make my opponent think, I'm not on Death Shadow. So I'm just going to play Blood Crypt Pass, then I'm going to Thoughtseize and see what my opponent does. In fact, I'm just going to Thoughtseize. I'm going to play Swamp, then Thoughtseize, shape up the Blood Crypt. That says, if you play... I don't know, if you're more of a tempo blue-white deck, which your hand indicates, I'm going to make sure I have a Lightning Bolt or Fatal Push.
And throughout the entire game, until that Fatal Looting, we agreed that he was definitely on like a Death Shadow deck, according to what Keith saw.
Once he played the Thoughtscour, the cat was completely out of the bag.
Yeah, exactly. So by the time he had Fatal Looting, there was no more mind games.
Yeah, but still, Jonathan very clearly said, I want to play mind game. I want to have the mental advantage in this game. And by discarding not one, but both of the Team of Battle Rages, which is rotting in his hand, they don't do anything on the board state. You don't want to use them on a Street Wraith or a Snapcast Mage. You want to use them with Ferocious enabled. You want to use them on either Death Threat or a Death Shadow.
Ferocious doesn't matter. You just care about the double strike.
But still, no, Ferocious is the most important
if it's a blocker.
Exactly,
but Keith had 2 blocks.
He did.
He had
2 blocks. Yes,
but that didn't matter anyways, because the double strike wouldn't have trampled over. It would have been 1 damage from or 2 damage from the Street Wraith.
Anyway,
all right, we're seeing game 2. Keith fell in play.
You're gonna fetch from Flooded Strand.
Probably has an op or some sort of cantrip to go off here. Hopefully.
Probably Seer Vision. Yep, there it is.
Yep.
Is it a Scry one? It's a Ghost Quarter.
He already had 1 in hand as well. Wall of Omens Colonnade. I think we keep Wall of Omens here.
I think keep Wall of Omens and pitch the Colonnade. You're able to call it in hand.
Yep. You don't need any more lands here.
I think it's a little awkward though. I don't think he can cast the wall next turn.
He can. He has basic planes.
He has basic planes. Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
John's just gonna fetch. He's thinking about if he's shocking too. Yeah, he is. Actually, he has under Steam Vents. That's interesting. But see, he's playing the Fatalist Student. There's more
and
onus
Bolt,
on
so
making
there's a lot more things he could use red for.
There's more onus to make sure he has red mana than traditional Death Shadows decks. He's going to Seer Visions. He's going to draw a Death Shadow. We're going to stride 2. It is a Steam Vents and a Battle Rage. I imagine he keeps... Yeah, Steam Vents in top. So, yeah.
Once both.
Top, irrelevant. I think he has 2 Death Shadows in hand, actually. There's the basic planes. Imagine we see Wall of Omens here from Keith. Yep, 2 mana. There we go. 0-4, draw a card. Pass it back. Celestial Purge was the draw. That's a nice one.
I imagine we're seeing Faithless Looting first to get that Team of Battle Rage.
He doesn't need the Battle Rage. If he...
When he kept it on top, he's at least considering it.
He's going to go for the Faithless Looting. Okay. Or drop Battle Rage and...
A fish. I don't know what any of the cards in the back of his hand are. Another fish, looks like. This might be Thoughtscours or Snaps. I'm not entirely sure.
Pitches double fish. Anglers. Interesting.
Not enough cards in the graveyard just yet, I don't think.
He's going to get a 14 at his Fetch Shock.
I imagine one of those is a Thoughtscour, one of the blue cards we saw then. Oh no, the third
fish. Fish. Okay. 3 of a kind there from Jonathan Tople.
Pretty good.
But that's just going to get you into Celestial Purge. Looks like, was that a ley line to draw there from Keith?
I think so.
So I see Purge Colonnade pass here from Keith. There's the Colonnade. There's step 1. He's got step 2 to the front. There's 2 minutes. There it is. Celestial Purge will take care of the Gurbank Angler. Goodbye, Fishy Fish. Off the menu tonight. Yep. John draws a +2 mana for the turn. So he has the ability now to play multiple copies of Death Shadow. He has 2 Snapcaster Mages in hand too. Oh god, he has the ability to dismember Death Shadow here. First things first, we're going to fetch Shock down to 11. Imagine we're getting a Blood Crypt.
Yeah. Let's see. I think we're just going to start off with Death Shadow and pass the turn. See if there's something about Dismember.
I'm A-okay dismembering that. I want to get my Death Shadows as low as humanly possible, as soon as humanly possible.
Or as big as humanly possible, but yeah.
Yeah.
When you use it at instant speed. And you still lose a life, even if he counters it.
And this is a game where I think he is valuing Team of Battle Rage. So he wants to get those. He's just going to pass it back. Interesting.
Current update his life total right now. He's at 11. Currently, Death Shadows at 2-2.
This could be to a situation where he's playing around Supreme Verdict.
Yeah, I think that's what he's doing right now.
But it's awkward though. I don't think he's seen the actual blink cards in Keith's deck. There's Restoration Angel in his hand, and there might he has the ability to snap back to this member at least, but there's still the possibility to where Keith gets so much value off this Wall of Omens by blinking it, avoiding the removal, and drawing a card. That is true. He has Sleep Flip Request. That is true.
Should probably be able to piece together the value of Flicker with Wall of Omens.
Yeah. So we have to imagine Restoration Angels on his radar as well.
Yes.
Keep thinking long and hard about this one. This seems like a very pivotal point in the match here. John has set up this game to the point where he has Death Shadow on the field, Death Shadow in the hand.
Pretty sure Keith is debating late line here.
I think there's one Death Shadow in hand.
Yeah, he has one Death Shadow in hand. One in play.
I think it's what? Dismember, Battle Rage, Snap, Death Shadow in hand. He draws a Scalding Tarn. He's just going to immediately swing. No, it is Snap, Snap, Dismember, and Battle Rage. So only the one Death Shadow.
Oh, really? Okay, I thought we saw two earlier.
So here's a block. John said, all right, I'm going to fetch Snap. This makes Death Shadow a 5/5. We're going to see what the response here is. There's 1 mana, 2 mana. Celestial Purge coming in.
It resolves.
And that'll resolve.
Nothing you can do about that one.
There is the powerful sideboard instant. Exile target black or red permanent. Seems pretty good. I would not mind seeing that back in Standard.
Yeah, me neither. Very fun.
John's got 4 cards in hand. They all seem pretty good in theory, but they're not too good right now. Here is a ley line of Sanctity. John's going to draw a Stubborn Denial. Just
little late to the party.
We were told he mainboards ley line.
No, the Celestial Purges.
Mainboard Purges, that is.
Or no, wait, maybe ley line. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Keith's focused on a deck that he does not like to lose to, and I mean, that's the power of a card like Leyline. If you know you're weak in a certain matchup and you're good everywhere else, you can afford to mainboard cards like Leyline. Here's Restoration Angel. We're going to target the Wall of Omens. We're going to see how John's responds. That's fine.
Response to draw, Dismember, paying the full cost. Conserving that life.
Leyline was a draw. It's an Attention Spirit at the top. But no, Keith can activate this Colonnade and put John on the 2-turn clock. He cannot snap Dismember just yet, but instead he's going to play a Flicker Wisp.
Blade Splicer.
A Blade Splicer. Okay, even worse for Jonathan. We're getting the token out. There it is. That pink sleeve is the 3/3 token. Imagine it's passing after that. Yep. John needs a lot of help. He looked really good for a minute, but not so good now. There's a Death Shadow. There's step 1. Plays it. Just passes it back. Okay. Path to exile the draw. Again, Jonathan has those 2 Stubborn Denials. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. Sorry, 3 mana. There's a Detention Sphere. That is getting Stubborn Denialed immediately. So of note, right now, Jonathan cannot flashback Dismember and Team of Battle Rage at the same turn with Snapcast Mage. He only has 4 mana available to him. There's cost more mana. He's trying to path to exile. Stubborn
Another
now,
sub.
number 2.
No more colored mana for Keith here.
Nope.
Quick little cleanup there. Sends it back. John wants the fetch land for the
He gets a land.
Battle Rage, but
I think the fetch land, fetch shock down to 5. Yeah, fetch land would have been lethal.
mm-hmm.
He's like, I'm not gonna hard about this.
Does he have? Does Keith have the next path in hand so he could go screen himself by getting a plains? I know he had a lot of white cards, but I'm not sure if any of them were another
sure
path.
If he has the path or not. No, he doesn't. He has Supreme
No.
Verdict. Looks like Wall of Omens and a Landline Sanctum.
Keith blocking.
He's gonna block. Okay.
Yep, damage. All good with that.
Keith says, you know, I don't need this Wall of Omens. I got another one. Now Jonathan's in a really interesting state here. He can kill the Blade Splicer.
Yep.
He was gonna. I imagine he'd do that right here. Leon's gonna kill that Blade Splicer. Okay.
So-
Jonathan cannot lose pending some random pump spells. Detention Spear off the top seems
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yep. Keith has a 7 attack, so getting rid of that Blade Splicer actually. So if he didn't actually get rid of it, he could snap block it to prevent lethal swing.
Dismember, yeah.
Yeah, and then he actually could have gotten a big advantage there because then Keith wouldn't be able to go D tier here or any removal. He would have used
Interesting that
all his mana for the colony.
Keith attacked Liliana.
Yeah. That is weird.
Detention Sphere number 2 will resolve. Let's get rid of the Death Shadow. So he gone. And then 2 mana left available. We're going to follow up with a Wall of Omens.
Yep, he's looking pretty good here.
Draws a Colonnade.
I don't think he's played a land yet.
He has not.
So he's going to throw it
That
down.
is a land for turn. Okay.
There's
Little
the fetch land
late.
now.
There's the fetch land, though.
Just a little bit.
No, Lily, I cannot minus.
That's Snapcaster Mage. Alrighty. John hanging in there, but
Yeah,
not
no,
looking
those
good.
Death Shadow and the Grimmack Antlers, they are all exiled.
Yes.
So, John cannot eventually Liliana for them back. Drop the sweet Serum Visions.
He only has 5 damage here, but I think he's going for it.
Here comes the call.
Or he's going to take out Lily. What do you think here?
If he attacks all out, I mean, John can snap Dismember.
Well, the Golem has -2/-1 from Lily right now.
Yeah, so he can snap, cast a mage, Dismember the Colonnade, block the Golem. Here we
Yeah.
go. There's a snap cast a mage. Chart Dismember. Dismember that guy. Goodbye, Colonnade. Move to block. Okay. They will trade. Board state is empty. Keith tapped out.
Not completely empty. There's Wall of Omens and a Liliana, but I think Liliana is overall just better.
Keith does have a second Colonnade at disposal, to be fair.
Yes.
Drop it a turn. It was a polluted Delta. Not what the doctor ordered.
Nope. Minus Lily. See what we find.
Oh, we're going to gamble. We see a Counter Squall.
And a Serum Visions? Or maybe a Thought Scour.
We go back to Snapcast and Mage. Okay. Okay.
Not the worst thing.
You would have loved that shadow there.
Oh, yeah.
Flutter around the top there for Keith. So both players struggle a little bit in terms of the top decks.
If it is a Thought Scour, I imagine we're going to be playing that, but
Yeah.
try and draw into something good here off our snap.
Keith does have a 2-turn clock at his disposal should he choose to go that route. And I think for Keith you have to here. You can't let this Death Shadow deck keep drawing. Because eventually it's going to find something. It's going to find the removal spell. It's going to find its Haymaker.
And 2-turn clock is pretty good.
To be fair though, Keith also may be picking up on a little bit of what's he looking for? Urgency from Jonathan to find something as he cashed in that Lily. So here we're booting up the Colonnade. We're going to swing. We have a Thought Scour not cracking the Delta. I imagine Thought Scour.
Yep.
Yep, here we go. Thought Scour. We're going to flip over 2 cards. I did not see. We're going to draw
off camera
a Kolaghan's Command. That ain't going to get the job done.
Down to 3.
Another Thought Scour is milled over as well. I think John has a basic island in his deck.
He does. He has an island of swamp.
Oh no, but he can't fetch Thought Scour this turn either.
No.
This Kolaghan's Command is a little bit awkward right now because he got all his other creatures. They're in exile. John did untap, still with that polluted Delta.
Had the choice to call against command, but I don't think it wants
Draws
to.
a Faithless Looting. Okay.
There's a lot of potential there.
Okay, you get to see a lot of cards here. Draw. Land, looks like on the gate.
Might be a Disdainful Stroke.
Or Disdainful Stroke.
The promo one.
It's a counterspell. Pitching Battle Rage and Delta. He's just gonna pass it back. That is.
Yep. Path to draw for Keith, looks like.
Not sure why if he's passing. Because now he's gonna.
Yeah, it's a Disdainful Stroke, 100%.
He's gonna imagine stat Thought Scour, but he has to find the removal spell. He can't. It has to be in that 3rd card if he Thought Scours himself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so his flashing back Faithless Leading for the Fatal Push would have just been better.
I feel like you get better odds seeing 2 cards instead of seeing mill.
Yeah, I agree. Faithless Leading was better there.
There's a Snapcaster.
Alright, Thought Scour. See what he finds.
Is the target. It's gotta be Fatal Push.
Targets himself. Don't see what the mill is, but we'll see what the draw is.
Thoughtseize. Not good enough. Keith Miller able to take game number 2.
And we're going to game 3.
Really swing back and forth game there. Looks like Jonathan had the advantage, then Keith came back in the game. Then it looks like Jonathan was going to pull ahead on the board stall, and Keith was able to use his 2 colonnades to work his way to victory there, coming across, avoiding John's removal spells.
Yeah, we also saw a big fight over that Death Shadow with 2 Stubborn Denials trying to protect it, which ended up working out, but Death Shadow got blocked and then removed the next turn.
So all these players are shuffling out for game number 3. Did you know they're doing a giveaway right now? We started a new giveaway tonight.
Oh yeah, I'm very aware.
Did you know that?
100%.
What is it?
It is a Rishadan Port being given away next.
Rishadan Port.
There's like an extra A.
Rishadan Port.
Rishadan. I guess it makes sense, right?
Rishadan Port. I actually see someone checking the amount of points they have. Why would you want to know how many points you have, Matt?
So then you know if you can enter the giveaway, because the giveaway costs 20 points per ticket you can get, and a max of 10 tickets per person. So, I mean, if you have 20 points, you can enter once. If you have
200 points,
you can enter 10 times. This is the max.
How do you get these points?
So every 10 minutes you watch the stream, you get 5 points. Unless you're subscribed to us through Twitch, you get 10 points. Subscribing to our channel on Twitch gets you 500 points, whether it's Twitch Prime, whether the sub's gifted to you, no matter what. And then for every 1 bit you cheer, you get 1 point. And if you follow us, which not only tells you when we go live so you can keep up with the stream, it also gets you 50 points. So lots of ways to just help out the stream and get some points for all of our giveaways that are either current or to come in the future. And looking at Keith's open here, we see a couple of lands, Leyline, Elspeth. I mean, Leyline starts pretty good, especially if Jonathan has the Thoughtseize start, but it doesn't look like it.
I mean, too, we would like to thank our partners at GameStop Mason for helping us out with these giveaways and supplying the cards that we want to give you, the viewers. There's a awkward draw by Jonathan.
Yep.
Thoughtseize. He might target himself just to deal the damage.
Yep. He does still have to choose the card, though, which is awkward. So he doesn't have any...
So he's going to pass it back. He could have got rid of the basic land, I guess.
No, it's not land. I thought Thoughtseize.
Non-land. Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
Here comes the Ambush Viper. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Ambush Viper is so good. All right, Keith, you gotta let this resolve, man. There's better things, right?
Oh, he's gonna.
Oh boy.
So this opens up a really interesting play from John.
Yeah.
He can fetch, shock, Thoughtseize himself. He's just gonna shock and pass it back. He had the option to fetch, shock, Thoughtseize, play Death Shadow. But
well,
he's.
Yeah, Thoughtseize would get rid of the Battle Strike.
Yeah, that is literally the only other non-land card in his hand is Team of Battle Rage.
Super awkward for Tople.
Yeah, this Leyline doing some work here, and he's going to be able to deploy his board state. He has a Light Splasher ready to go here on turn number 3. He's got a path to exile after that, and if need be, to blow up the board, he has a Supreme Verdict as well. So Keith, plenty of options at his disposal, where Jonathan's struggling a little bit. He's got a deck card, some lands, and he's got the 2-card combo in this deck, but he's at 14. He can't play the Death Shadow just yet.
Not quite. Next turn, though. Yeah, normally that turn 1 Thoughtseize not only slows your opponent down, also gets your life lower so you could get a consistent turn 2 or 3 Death Shadow. Alright, that's the Golem again, that lovely sleeve with the die on it. 3/3 artifact, and does have first strike because of Blade Splicer being in play. Was that another Death Shadow draw? Or I think he drew a second Death Shadow, not entirely sure. No, it was the Gurmag Angler.
Okay, more threats. That's good.
Well, he can't play that threat. There's only one card in the graveyard, and that's the Ambush Viper.
Yeah.
Okay, Snapcaster Mage. Alright, fetched and shotgun for his 4th land here. One more card in the grave and actually a hard cast to this fish, but...
The fishy fish?
Oh yeah, he's getting close. Looking at the Death Shadow. Should just go for it.
He'll play it. Keith in the tank here.
Is Keith out of lands?
He might be. There's a Deception Sphere, though. That's a really efficient way to deal with the Death Shadow. This will be attack for 4.
Just 3.
It's just 3. So Jonathan down to 8.
Same clock.
Yeah, same clock. Yep, exactly right. Death Shadow.
There's a Death Shadow to replace it.
There it is. Passes it back to Keith. Draw for the turn Restoration Angel. He is missing land drops here.
Well, that's pretty good for John here.
There's a Serum Vision.
Yeah, he's going to scratch you to the top, though.
That's another Blade Spricer and 2 lands on the top.
Making sure he orders it with Hollow Fountain first, then the fetch land.
He's got a path at his disposal, so he can deal with this Death Shadow as well. And he will.
Doesn't now.
And it's gone.
Yep.
So goodbye, Death Shadow. Jonathan will get a basic land for his troubles. It's an island.
Yes. So you should be out of basic lands now, but this path main phase is actually going to open up for another attack here. We should attack with both to make it a 2-turn clock, but we're not going to. Put him down to 5.
He just mentions too he should have attacked with both.
Yeah.
1/1. To make that 2-turn clock.
Another fetch land.
Mire at the top. Jonathan.
Well, fish is coming.
The fish is indeed coming.
I think he... No, he did tap the right number, I think. No, wait. Did he want too many?
No, he's good.
He X'd out 2 cards. That's 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he did pay a little bit extra for it. It's a 7. Yeah, Knock. We do stream Modern 3 nights a week. Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So plenty of live Modern action for you
we love Modern here.
home.
But of course, so with new standards that come in, we are doing our standard play testing starting tomorrow, this Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
And then
Eastern.
It's 3 weeks of standard testing.
Correct. Really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to playing these new cards finally.
We have a blast here, getting deck lists or ideas from chat as well as just what we got here in the Minds of Top Deck Productions. We're seeing Death Shadow number 3 coming in hot.
Yeah. I imagine Keith's playing here is trying to get to this Elspeth.
Yeah. He has a Supreme Verdict to get him there.
Yeah. Or here's a Restoration Angel.
Which is really interesting.
We're going to blink. The Blade Splicer get another Golem, and again, this would have been a lethal attack, but Keith held back the Blade Splicer a couple turns ago.
Yep, so now he just missed lethal here on this turn.
Draw for the turn. It is
a land.
A Flooded Strand. He knew about that off the Serum Visions.
I don't like the Resto Angel there. I feel like I'd rather just Supreme Verdict. What are your thoughts on that? Because we get Supreme Verdict, and the next time we get Elspeth. And it's an empty board, you just kind of win.
You're not guaranteed to have the Elspeth. This just gives him 2-turn clock for lethal.
Oh, sorry, he's only at 5 lands. My apologies. I thought he had 5 in land, plus the land on top. Just Resto.
Attacks in the air. Jones on the 2.
Death Shadow's a big boy. 11-11.
Well, that's right. It's a 13-13. So it is an 11-11.
It could be a 12-12 if he fetches.
It is really big. There's another Blade Splicer in Keith's hand. It looks like he is long and hard thinking about.
The Battle Rage should end this, and Keith has nothing to deal with it except for that Supreme Verdict. Do you think he goes for it here? He's considering it.
But he has the option to verdict away this board, or
personally,
Battle Rage is on his radar. He can throw everything he can in front of the Death Shadow.
Sure, but I think personally, you just go for the Verdict.
He's a Blade Splicer.
Okay, that's fine. Like, you had the Blade Splicer if you didn't get the Elsa the next turn, so I think, I don't know, both plays are definitely fine. I don't know, I'm still a big fan of this Verdict in the current board state, but this also represents Path to Exile, which is nice.
Battle Race number 2 at the top there from Jonathan. That should just flat out end this.
I think so, yeah. You know, giving them both Double Strike and Trample is pretty nice.
What do you Keith might have enough blocks. He might have enough.
Because he knows that all he needs is this Restoration Angel to end the game.
Yes.
So he has to block with everything here, just be absolutely
like, you gotta throw absolutely everything that you can in front of the Death Shadow, and maybe a Golem in front of the... Yeah, that Death Shadow is in exile, and on the battlefield.
He has 11 toughness to block here.
11 power.
Yeah.
So 11, 22 minus...
Death Shadow could be a 12-12, so it'd be 24 from Death Shadow, and then 10 from Gurmag.
13 from Death Shadow, which puts him... 17 minus 13.
It's 22 damage. He has enough.
Yeah, Jonathan has enough for the second Battle Rage.
He has 22 damage total after Keith blocks with everything.
I just say he has 22 in the Death Shadow and an additional 10.
Yep. I'm not sure if Tople's done the math yet, but he could just show him, just like, oh. But I could just change the blocks if he has a path or something.
He's trying to do all the math here right now.
Yeah. 11 toughness, 2 battle strikes gets him. I'll say leaving back the... Oh, wait, actually, these golems have first strike. The fish... Or, sorry. If he blocked 2 on the fish would have died first. That's interesting.
But he's got to throw more on...
Oh, I agree. So if it's 1 Battle Rage, this was, like, the right blocks, I guess. Except I sort of blocked the Blade Splicers. But if he had 1 Battle Rage... Tople actually wouldn't have got, or would he have? I don't know. It would have been a lot closer.
Yeah, but top deck there from Jonathan Tople seals it up 2-1. Grixis Death Shadow able to overcome Keith Miller. He thought long and hard about that last turn there.
Yeah.
He decided to put more pressure onto the board to help seal the deal. And if Jonathan doesn't draw that second Battle Rage, it's the right call. But
but there is 2.
And that was it. I feel like he had a 6th land, he would have snapped off the Verdict and just slam Elspeth on the following turn, and that would be that.
Yeah, if he had it guaranteed, definitely. But
that's why you play the games. That's why you put cards in your deck so you can draw them like that.
So we heard Keith here saying that in the hindsight, 20 is 2020, and he should have gone for the Verdict. But